Divine blessings, my people. I am so excited that you have decided to join me once again. And today, just like in the last video, I pulled out a card for myself and I read what this card meant. And I think that video resonated with a lot of you. So we are going to do it again. We are going to pull a card, which I've already done, and the card I got was Cave. Cave, I don't know if it'll focus. And so now I'm gonna read out what this means. So, keyword, seek. We go in or out of the cave, delve into our own human history as we journey through its darkness, looking out at the flowering lives in the outside world as we move into the light. Whatever the movement, it's in the space of the cave, among the shadows cast on its walls by fires or torches, inside the damp haze that announces the morning, when we gather to decide the route and map of our path. In the Neolithic period, our ancestors went down into caves, at times reaching very narrow passages that were certainly not suitable for living, to draw dreams on the walls in the form of animals, some of which are now extinct. Their meaning remains a mystery, and by virtue of the secret force, they continue to speak to us. This is how stories and belongings were handed down, and perhaps it was how myths about hunting and power were illustrated, with the abilities of the painted animals being evoked in order to appropriate them. This is how life on the planet was rendered in that small part of the world known and explored by humans of that time. Those images move us a millennia later, making us feel naked and small again as we move forward in the dark with a wolf, domesticated to be almost a dog by our side. For some American Indian populations, the embryos of humanity were formed in underground caves. Okay, so wow, that was a lot. For whatever reason, when I went into the bookstore, I was just talking to myself. I'm like, please guide me towards something that I need. And I was guided to this tarot. It's not tarot, it's an oracle. To this specific one. And so I am learning alongside you. So I am new to this deck in particular, and I'm just learning so much. So pulling out the cave, and I needed to hear this message. So if you're listening to this, you probably needed to hear this as well. That's why you're listening to this. So in this oracle, the cave rustles like a great shadow tree, branching around us, a living and old being. It tells us that the purpose of our seeking is the seeking itself. The purpose of our seeking is the seeking itself. So I have chosen our book for the book club, school.com/book club. And it is this book right here. It didn't start with you. This is the book that we are starting with. And I'm going to explain why I chose this book and what it has to do with this oracle. I have been into self-development. I have done so much of the alternative method and techniques, and I have just come to realize that nothing beats the power of awareness. Nothing beats the power of awareness. So before we can even begin to heal certain parts of ourselves, we have to be aware of what exactly it is that we are healing. So for a lot of us, in our relationships, in our friendships, in our environments, we show up a certain way. And by showing up in this certain way, we attract people to us. We attract environments, we attract circumstances and situations into us. Those situations meet us at the level that we are at. I'm sure you have heard it, but your thoughts create your reality. Your inner world creates your reality. And if you are not aware that there might be something outside of you that is having power over your thoughts, over your belief systems, over, you who you are as a person, then that's exactly why I encourage you to read this book with us. You don't have to join me inside of the book club, but I invite you to. You can find the link down below, or you can also purchase this book and read it on your own. And what better time than the holidays right now, you guys? Most of us are going to be with our families. Like, I'm just feeling all the cozy vibes. And a lot of healing can occur during this time when things are, for a lot of us, this is the time that we look forward to. We're so busy in our day-to-day lives that it's this time of the year where we can slow down and just be cozy. And here, I'm gonna grab it. I have my tea in my cute little mug. No, it's actually coffee. No, it is tea. Okay. I have my tea. And so if you like tea and reading, join us in the book club. We're going to be having lots of book chats. There's so much in this book, you guys, that I cannot wait to uncover with you. I have already read this book once, but I just pulled up to this page. And if you are aware of Carl Jung, a lot of his work was around healing your foundation. That's truly what I want to call it. It is your foundation. The people closest to you are your parents. So this book, talks about how your relationship with your parents and how their relationship with their own parents affects who you are today and what you have to offer to the world, how you show up. A lot of it could be stuff that you are carrying on. And this book refers to that as inherited trauma. So that is a word I will be using to talk about this. So a lot of, the work that I have been doing in my personal life, and a lot of it does go down into healing those aspects of myself that I had to first become aware of. And this book, you guys, made me hella effing aware, like a little too aware, where now I'm like, I've unlocked so much, and it's like, how much more can I unlock? And it's been an interesting couple of years, couple of months, let me tell you that. And I am just learning so much. And I cannot believe I am launching the first ever book that we are doing inside of my book club. And it's this one. I always thought it would be something like The Alchemist or Think and Grow Rich, the classics, but I just feel so called to start with this one. And it's your foundation. So that is what we are going to be doing. Come join me below and let me know if you will be reading this book alongside me. Let me know in the comments so that I can reach out to you and we can chat, and so you're ready to get started on this reading. I probably should have closed with why I chose this oracle. And by the way, it's on 111. Like, how crazy is that? That's the page number, 111. In this oracle, the cave rustles like a shadow, great shadow tree, branching around us, a living and old being. It tells us that the purpose of our seeking is the seeking itself. So, if you are currently in the process of seeking yourself, if you are really beginning to question, like, what is life? Those deep thoughts that you have, but maybe you push away, but you just resonate with what I'm talking about, and you want to dig deeper into yourself and who you are as a human being and what you're really here to do, and uncovering those parts of yourselves. So this quote talks about, working with your shadow, working with that part of you that you don't want to face. And that's another reason why we are doing this book, because for a lot of us, it's stuff that's hard to face, stuff that we avoid, stuff that we don't want to confront, stuff that we don't want to forgive, and stuff that we don't believe that we can move on from, we can really truly forgive. Like, for some of you watching, forgiveness might be something that isn't even a part of you because you've lost that part of you. So yeah, we're gonna get into it, you guys. So come join us inside of the book club. I hope to see you there, and I will see you later. Bye. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and there's one other thing. Hit that bell.